My brothers and sisters in Christ, today in the Gospel, as Jesus continues the high priestly prayer at the Last Supper, we hear this powerful theme of truth as he prays that the Father may consecrate his disciples in the truth. He says, "Your word is truth." And this theme of truth with which he wishes to protect the disciples, even as he speaks of the fact that the world will hate them for it. In fact, he's saying, will hate us, that those who hold to the truth will be hated by the world. And this matches the words that we hear in the first reading, as Paul prepares to leave the local church there, as he says that the wolves will come among them to seek to devour them. In the same way, he speaks of how he's poured himself out for the truth, for the faith he's been asked to share, and to be on guard against the wolves that will come amongst them. This reminds us of the importance of vigilance in truth. But in truth, we always hold together, and you can't ever separate them, truth and love. The two cannot be separated and still authentically be truth or love. And so this is something that has become a battleground, a word that should have never been one of battle, but truth is something divisive today. In fact, the easiest attack on truth is to relativize it, to deny that there is a truth. One of the most dangerous slogans you hear constantly used today is people who talk about your truth or my truth, of which there's no such thing. There's only the truth. Truth is something that is bigger than you and I. But the truth cannot be separated from love. And this is important to remember from two different extremes as we seek to evade the wolves that would devour us, whether outside in the world or even inside the church at times. And that is that the truth cannot be preached without love. So those voices that speak only to beat over, to use truth as a weapon, to get people to yield to it, to surrender to it, that seek to beat out of the head, that looks to point out the untruth everywhere, the fire-breathing truth speaker, so to speak, who do so without any sense of care. That is not authentic truth. If it is done without love, then it can't be truth either. On the other end, there are those that will speak constantly of love while ignoring the truth. We see this so much today, and not just pointing out one element of it. There's so many, but the whole love is love concept that's used to be permissive of every kind of moral impropriety. But guess what? It can't be love if it's not true. Love is not love if it's not in the truth. And so we constantly must live in Christ this balance, which is to seek in him, in Christ, we find all truth. And that truth is the love of God. And only there is it authentic. When we try to define love as something different from God, when we become the center, when your truth, my truth, becomes the image of love, it becomes something distorted and grotesque. And when we try to live out a truth, to conquer other people with a truth that's divorced from any sense of care of love for the other, then it is not truth. And so, may we be on guard for all voices of the wolves in our midst in the world, for those who would speak truth without love, for those who would speak of a love without truth. And may we seek both in the only place they are to be found, in the person of Jesus Christ. May God bless you all.